Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at Hades 1, and today we are going to run a very gimmicky build. We are going to take the aspect of Gilgamesh, who gives us 2 additional dashes. We're going to take the Poseidon Keepsake, and we're going to go for Poseidon's Dash, and we're just going to dash around and kill all the things with dashes. This is going to be a dash-only run to the best of my ability, and should that fail, well, so be it. If I need to salvage the run, I'll do my best to do so. But let's see how this goes. We're going to take two levels of extreme measures, 1 level of jury summons, one maxing out convenience fee, and that'll bring us to the 10 heat we need for our next round of goodies. So let's see how this goes. Because we are going a dash only build, we really don't care about hammers, so that's one thing which would be really unfortunate if we got that first. Wow, I called that. Alright. Well, then, I guess it doesn't actually matter, and we can't actually do a dash-only run until we get the dash, so I don't know what to do about this. I guess it's a dash-only run once we get our dash. For now, we'll have to just use our attack. And I completely missed the fish, too, so I guess the dash-only dream is dead on arrival, but I promise you that I went into this with the intent of only using my dash. We're going to be offered hopefully a Poseidon boon sometime very soon, or the whole point of this run is kind of moot. But that's pretty funny, the game. Okay, there we go. There's Poseidon. Once we get his dash, the real run begins, okay? I didn't have a choice, okay? The game heard my plans, and I mean, you have a 25% base chance of getting a hammer, so it really just was unfortunate luck, but it's okay. Alright, Poseidon. It would be funny if you didn't give it a...
Scoundrel Theseus. Apparently he earned himself some sort of winsome prize for all his blustering there in Elysium. Well, I'm quite certain that no matter what he and his bull friend have at their disposal, you've the power to defeat them utterly. So go do it. Surely I'll get word.
First, I'm going to call that he doesn't offer us a dash without a reroll, and second, I find it amusing that he's calling out Theseus for being a bit of a blowhard when he's always supporting him when Theseus calls for his boon in the fight. Oh, hey, look, we did get his dash. It's the lowest tier, but it's a dash is a dash. We got what we needed. Did we just get a prophecy from Poseidon telling us to, like, maybe do something to Theseus? I'm curious. So the way we need to use this dash effectively is we need to hit enemies with the dash into walls. The dash's base damage is quite good if we had any levels or higher rarity on it, which unfortunately we do not. But the damage from slamming enemies into walls adds up very quickly. Palms will also be pretty strong, and most importantly, we're going to look for duos with Zeus, because we want to get Sea Storm as soon as possible. Sea Storm, if you don't know, is the ability that makes it so we drop lightning bolts on enemies that are hit by our knockback effects. Combo that with Status Privilege from Jolted on those lightning bolts, and Rupture on our dash, and that'll be about the core of our build. Everything else is just trying to keep ourselves alive, so probably some Vengeance Spoons would be helpful, and just stacking as much HP as possible.
Delicious.
This is another sort of run where getting Chaos really doesn't benefit us in any capacity, so we'll likely not take any Chaos Gates, although I guess the one thing Chaos could offer us is HP. Chaos sometimes gives very juicy HP ups, like in the realm of at least the value of 2 Centaur hearts, which could be enough to kind of warrant a consideration in that regard. I think the most important thing when I'm doing this sort of build is I need to recognize the fact that I need to be kind of conservative with my dashes. Even though I have 4 dashes, they still share the same cooldown as having 2. Conveniently though, we are seeing Hades already. I think I need to try and get this what is it called? I don't actually remember the name of this enemy type, this mini boss. But it would be really cool if we could push this guy into a wall and start bouncing him a little bit. Doesn't seem to be working. I'm going to break his armor and then I'm going to pop Sisyphus just for the damage it gives. We'll speed things along a little bit. There we go. Alright, Sisyphus, do your thing. Wow. That's unfortunate. That's really awkward. Boldy missed because he was in like a in a terrain where you couldn't stand. Unfortunate.
Someday when we'll be resting easy on these heights, why, we'll look back at this and laugh, I'm sure of it.
I'm definitely going to look back at this episode and laugh at what I tried to do. Alright, so I suppose for now we will take his attack. Not that we're going to use it, but because it will set us up for his duo boon with Poseidon. We need one of his core boons. Let me just double check. So we want Sea Storm, right? Yeah, so... Okay, apparently it does not... We'll need one more Poseidon boon, apparently. It does not get triggered by his dash. Good to know. But that's fine. We can manage. So we will take... Yeah, we'll just take Zeus's attack. We'll take Poseidon's special or something, or maybe his call. We'll go for another palm level on the dash. We really want to stack it up as much as possible, although Demeter is worth considering for rare crop to increase the rarity on our dash boon. The main issue is mostly a matter of it is unlikely for her to offer us rare crop, and it was also offered through an Erebus gate, so I don't really want to go out of my way for an Erebus gate where I'm likely going to get hit. I mean, as you can see, it's pretty easy to get hit here, but really, for this build to work, we need to stack up a whole bunch of Poseidon boons. The Poseidon boons enhance our damage. Okay, rerolls here are valuable, so we'll take the keys in this instance. These guys should get popped pretty quickly by the dash, though. We have a fair bit of damage on it with the, we got 3 palm levels on it now, so yeah, that adds up pretty quickly. But basically, if we get Poseidon's Legendary, that makes knockbacks happen twice, and cause AoE, and then some other tier 2 boons, such as the ones that cause, again, Rupture for getting closer to status privilege, on top of anything that gives us more damage on our knockback, so the AoE when they slam into walls, increased damage from slamming into walls, and of course, probably most importantly to make our boss fights even doable, more damage to bosses from our knocking back effects, because enemies that can't get knocked back kind of lose out on a whole bunch of the damage that this build gives. So basically all of our boss fights are going to be really rough if we don't get some of those additional boons that I mentioned, simply by virtue of, well, they don't get knocked back, therefore they're not going to take all this slammed into walls bonus damage that we're dealing with and massively benefiting from. Like, the slam damage is where most of our damage is coming from. That said, Poseidon and Zeus room, while we can't get duos, we can get some very, very useful boons here. We'll take our fish first, though. I guess the question is, which god do I take first? I think I'm gonna take Poseidon, not that I necessarily want his boon more than a Zeus boon right now, but mainly because I have a lot harder time dealing with his trial penalty than Zeus's. So, I think we have to take Floodshot here because, again, we need something to set us in line for his duo with Zeus, and Floodshot does count, so we'll take Floodshot here. Not that we'll use it.
Young man, I don't know why you would do this to me, though I trust you're going to think twice next time.
Nope, definitely not.
He won't like this.
So I just need to, again, I have 4 dashes. If I can get more dashes from Hermes, that'll also be really beneficial to us in this build. Basically, anything that increases dash number, which I think Hermes is the only god that actually offers additional dashes. So I'm pretty sure that, yeah, there's definitely no Chaos option for that. It would be cool if Chaos could offer more dashes too, but this is fine.
Oh, I don't have the heart to keep exacting vengeance on you, nephew.
All right, come on. Oh wait, I'm getting excited about the prospect of a duo, but we can't get that. So lightning reflexes is also going to be a big part of our damage, but we're going to take static discharge first because jolted is just much more damage, and we're already offered another Zeus boon. This is pretty lucky, and a fountain chamber on top of that. Oh, Kiwi. Oh, Kiwi. We got Sea Storm already. Wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting to see that so soon, but I'm not going to complain. We will take the palm here. I don't think we have, because we have convenience fee maxed out, we're not going to be able to afford shop boons. And sure, we'll take a level on static discharge since we weren't given any more on the cast. Honestly, that's probably for the best, or not the cast, the dash. Honestly, that's probably for the best.
Nice gloves there, Zagreus. Think you can take me up close with those things? Well within striking distance of my whip.
So the strategy for Meg here is I need to make sure that I dash in and then dash out before she does her AoE melee attack, and then I should be fine.
Not wearing them for fashion's sake here, Meg. You won't mind if I give you my best shot with Malphon here, will you?
I'd mind if you didn't. Want to get your hands dirty? Fine. Let's see it.
Cool that they have some custom dialogue for this weapon with her.
There, sisters.
But yeah, between Jolted and Sea Storm, we already have a significant amount of damage. We got really lucky, though. Apparently, my dash does not give me as nearly as much invulnerability as I would have hoped there. Got hit by all of those little bullets, but this is fine. Alright, yeah, no, our damage, like, Sea Storm is going to carry us this early. I'm genuinely, oh my goodness. I'm going to just bail out and kill these guys. I could farm up a little coin on them, I feel like it's unnecessary. But basically at this point, all we want now is Zeus Legendary would be awesome. We don't really need it. I'm going to focus on just dodging this because it doesn't seem like I can really dodge it with the dash point blank. We want lightning reflexes for more lightning drops. We want static, double strike or whatever, the chance of dropping 2 lightning bolts instead of 1.
Nice seeing you.
That'll increase our damage pretty handily, increasing the AoE. Basically, the same story as always. Stack as many Zeus and as many Poseidon boons as possible and just watch the chaos unfold. So,
My keepsakes.
since we started with Poseidon, oh, and excellent, we got him fully ranked up. Let's go ahead and take the Zeus keepsake here and see if we can find his legendary this early on. Unlikely, but would be cool if it happened. Alright, on to the next floor.
I need to purge
Oh
my boons
no, I
first.
have whatever it's called. Well, I guess we don't need the attack anymore, do we? Since yeah, we don't need the attack anymore because we got the duo, so I guess I sell that.
Won't be needing that.
Alright, so I do need to keep in mind that I'll need at least rerolls or enough boons to sell one without lamenting its loss. It was kind of nice that we got so many Poseidon and Zeus boons stacked up, but it's also a little bit risky now because
Journey awaits.
if I don't find someone else to kind of sell, I'm kind of in a bad
Find
spot.
day or whenever to get me out of here.
Look at that. Zeus is just really interested in us this run. We slighted him slightly in the trial, but beyond that, he is here to hang out, apparently. I will say this build is a little bit harder to run in Asphodel just because there are fewer walls that you can bounce enemies into, but it's fine. I honestly feel pretty darn good about this so far. Like, we kind of got we were given quite the cake to eat here. So here's an example of enemies that you can't knock back, so your overall damage potential is a little bit reduced against them. But again, Sea Storm kind of covers us in that regard.
In the name of Hades.
Alright, Zeus, what have you got? Lightning reflexes. Okay, I think... Let's go ahead and take lightning reflexes here because it's one more lightning bolt we can drop. And I think with that we'll definitely be able to get double strike. I don't need more HP, we're at full HP as it is. We'll take the Hermes room here because if we can be lucky enough to roll a multiple dash increase, that would be amazing. I'll re-roll once if I need to, but I'm not re-rolling more than that. I still don't know if Rush Delivery affects all damage or if it's just like your core damage, like your attack, special, and cast. Because if it does, it would be pretty cool. Hyper Sprint would be pretty fun with this build. Even if we can't get multiple dashes, Hyper Sprint or Quick Recovery are still pretty solid for us just to keep us alive because we're definitely a little bit more prone to taking damage here.
He's back.
Wish I could just fly in and haul you out of there, cuz, but there's some rules even I can't break. Though nice to see you have a go of it.
All right, come on, more dashes. Fortunately not. I'm gonna re-roll once and see what we get.
Got anything else?
Even worse. Oh well, I guess Side Hustle doesn't end up being that much gold. Greater Evasion would be nice just for survival. Do I re-roll? No, I'll save these rolls. I don't think it's worth it. As much as I'd love to have those extra dashes, I don't think it's worth it. We'll take Side Hustle because maybe we'll be offered an extra Hermes boon that we can afford in the final chamber. We'll take the shop here. I'm not that excited about gems, and if we're offered a Zeus or a Poseidon boon, I will buy it here.
Must be something I can use.
Ow. Okay, wasn't expecting that. And good, we're going to be offered a Demeter that we can sell. Razor Shoals would be great, so we'll take that. So now we get status privilege because we have Jolted and Rupture on enemies. Fantastic. And then hopefully Demeter gives us a boon I'm willing to sell. Ooh, this is going to be a rough room. The witches are not fun to,
If you can, witches.
not fun to deal with. Since I don't really have a good way of dealing with their projectiles at this time. If I got them grouped together, I could have probably dropped Boldy on them, but I don't think it's worth it. Alright, I got them kind of bounced into a wall, which is good. And Jolted should finish it off, I think. No? Okay, well, that's fine.
No hard
That wasn't that
feelings.
bad, actually.
Father always had a sternness to him that his brothers lacked. Thought him a decent sort, comparatively anyway. Though evidently he is no such thing.
Alright, let's see. I guess I'll take Ravenous Will for now, because it's a 20% damage boost, which is nice, and 10% less damage taken. And then we just sell it when we get the opportunity to do so, I suppose. Alright, and then more coin. Assuming Ravenous Will does affect all damage similar, this is my similar conundrum, because it says bonus damage, so I'm interpreting it as a flat 20% damage boost, but it does not look like we're hitting any harder on any of our kind of effects from the other boons, so it may just be the base damage of our attacks, and the dash doesn't quite fall into that category for weird reasons. It's unclear.
Which way?
Second Hermes boon this early, so here's our second chance at getting another dash. We'll gladly take that. Then I probably just want to stack up HP as much as possible for the survivability it offers. I'm a little worried about Elysium and the fight against Hades being a bit rough. As you can see, I'm a tad prone to taking damage, when my offensive option is my only defensive option as well. Like, I don't even have the benefit of being able to break projectiles with my attack or special. It basically, what it really means is I need to avoid using all 4 dashes. I need to use, like, 2 and hold on to the other 2 so I can use them defensively if need be. I need to have an exit plan at all times, in other words. I really want more dashes, but I don't think it's worth it, so I'm going to take Hyper Sprint here. At least it makes us faster. Artemis. I don't think we take Artemis, I think we take the shop again. I mean, chance to crit on this build would be pretty funny, but more Poseidon or Zeus would be equally funny. Well, I guess Artemis said she's showing up whether we want her to or not. I guess I should have just taken her free room. I could have sold her. You know, I'm gonna have to hunt for hope that I reroll into Ravenous Will if I don't get it offered. We don't really have anything we want to sell other than Ravenous Will at this point. Yeah, I think the strategy is I just need to remember that I need to dash in and then focus on dashing out. So have, like, the beginning of my dashes be the offensive strike, and then bail out afterwards. This is surprisingly good damage, though. And because I'm focusing on dodging now, it's hard for them to hit me, too. Yeah, I think the thing we need most right now is Double Strike. We get Double Strike and our damage increases substantially. I guess that's a question I didn't think about, but does
Come on, you
does Status
bastard.
Privilege actually affect my dash damage? 'Cause there are some weird interactions with how some boons stack and some do not, and I am not privy to that information whatsoever. I thought I could move out of the way in time. I have to say, Hyper Sprint is very helpful for survivability, though. Not only does it give us Sturdy, which reduces our damage taken by 30% while it's active, it just makes us faster. So, like, I almost was able to, like, completely get out of the range of that attack earlier. But I think we got Lerny if I could dash through him. Did he finish him off with, for a moment I thought he was going to finish himself off with jolted damage, but nope, no luck. No matter. We're making surprisingly good time.
It's beautiful.
It's funny, but I'm in line for this to be about as fast a run as anything else, despite only using one option for damage. So I think we just toss on the Palm Blossom at this point, but let's see what we have to sell. Oh, perfect, we can sell Side Hustle. Alright, perfect. I guess that's... I'm not going to waste a reroll hunting for Ravenous Will. Side Hustle I'm very willing to part with here.
There's that one.
Perfect. Okay, that's fine then. So then what do we build next? I think we go for Palm Blossom and try to get some levels on Jolted or Static Discharge on our dash and go from there. Could take the extra movement speed. It's only 18 coin. Lasts for 8 encounters, so not amazing, but yeah, I'll take it.
Get out of this damn heat.
A little more movement speed going into Elysium will help us survive a bit better, I think. And since we sold one Hermes Boon, there's a chance we'll find a second one being offered to us. I don't think that's how it works, but I don't know. The game is kind of weird in what
Champions of Elysium.
it prioritizes in offering. Alright, let's see. Palm or Hammer? Hammer does nothing for us, so we'll go for the Palm.
Chariot.
It's funny, they dash at me, but I can dash right through them, and then they get jolted damage. This is one of the weirdest builds I have run, I have to say. I think the builds that I consider the weirdest are the ones that just don't go the way I expect. Like there was a time I think we went flurry attack on the aspect of Hera, so we couldn't charge up the power shot. And I think we ended up just going like exit wounds maybe, or I forget what we did with that build, but I just remember it felt really weird. 10 more damage on the dash or 30 more damage on jolted. I think we take the jolted damage. It's more overall. Ares. I think I take the Ares boon just for the sake of selling it at the end of the floor, honestly. The HP looks enticing though, but I want to make sure I have something to sell later. I am very prone to forgetting it otherwise, so let's make sure we have an out. Don't want to lose any of the boons that are really like part and parcel of this build at this point.
One's regenerating.
I think it just goes to show you, though, how strong a well-stacked Zeus build in any capacity is, considering we are basically entirely depending on Zeus, jolted damage, and Sea Storm. I mean, I shouldn't downplay Splash Dash's damage. I forget what its actual name is. Tidal Dash, I think it was. It does do a fair bit of damage. It's just, I think a lot of our damage is going to be Zeus. That is one thing I very much appreciate about Hades 2, is it will show you what boons did the most of your damage. I wish Hades 1 did that. Oh, Ares, we've never given you enough nectar.
Lord Ares, as bloodshed has become somewhat of a necessity in my situation, I'm very grateful that you're with me in this. I know never to take it for granted.
You're most gracious with me, my kin, and I remain enthralled as ever by your blood-soaked way of life. I trust the violence I have wrought on your behalf has been quite satisfactory.
I would say so. Alright, let's see what you offer.
Our messenger Hermes has been in contact with you by now, yes? Perhaps you shall not see him very often, for my work keeps him rather preoccupied shepherding souls and such.
And, alright, we're not taking... I mean, Urge to Kill is completely useless. I probably just take his aid for now. That'll... Or nah. I could take Slicing Shot and then sell it for a whole lot of gold if we're offered the opportunity, because I guess I don't need to keep Flood Shot, do I? Maybe that's the... I think I'm not going to do that. I just want to make sure I have enough options that if I get... I have more of a chance of selling something. So rather than replace one boon to potentially sell it for more, I'm going to take a second boon so I have two options to sell. I think it's a little safer that way.
What's for sale?
Do I want this HP? I think I'm fine. There's the hammer, there's the shop. We'll take the shop and see if we get ourselves another Zeus or Poseidon. We get a Zeus, excellent.
Why not?
Alright. Do I waste a reroll here? I mean, I think I need my rerolls more for Poseidon's boons. But, let's do it. See if we get anything.
Anything else?
We did not get double strike, unfortunately. So I guess we'll take Billowing... no, it's not really what we want. I definitely don't want to take Thunder Dash here. I guess I'll take Thunder Flourish. We can sell it, potentially. Unlucky. Alright, now, this is a really dumb thought. I could fight Charon with this build, but that Zeus boon looks so much more enticing. Like, I'm going to be honest, like, if I hadn't been offered a Zeus boon here, I probably would have gone for the Charon fight, and almost certainly regretted my decision, but, oh well. Maybe next time. Sorry, Charon, mate.
There, on your hands. The weapons you call Malphon. They're just as I saw in my dream. Monstrous. Like me.
Mysterious, you're not monstrous. You're a muffin.
Former property of someone called Gilgamesh. The beastman he fought, Enkidu. You said they became friends. What said your dream about us on that front, sir?
Wait, no, he's a bull. He's a moofin.
It didn't say much. Only that we would fight. Just as that Gilgamesh and Enkidu once did. Maybe the outcome will be the same. Maybe it won't. We'll find out.
I would be happy to be friends with Asterius, although I don't think he'd care for me much, as I wouldn't be able to put up much of a fight at all. Maybe he'd be interested in fighting me in something else, like a game. I could put... He has his contests of strength and I have mine. I'm better at battles of wit. Or maybe not even that. I'm not a fighter. I do not have much of a violent bone in me. Certainly not to save my life. Man, imagine if we got an epic Hermes dash boon though. Like, 3 extra dashes would be so funny on this build. We'd be completely untouchable and all of our damage would just come out nonstop like this. Like, it is really fun to just zip and zop right around. Not putting up much of a fight. Maybe I should have taken the more levels of extreme measures.
The might of Gilgamesh. I understand it now. But I won't make his friend's mistake. We'll fight again.
You say so, Asterius. See you at the end of the floor, then.
Till next time, sir. Lord Uncle Zeus.
Okay, there. Ooh, we got lucky. We got an epic level double strike. 35% chance for lightning bolts to strike more than to strike twice. If we get some palm levels on it, it's gonna add up really quickly. And there's the other hammer. They really wanted us to take a hammer, I guess. Oh well, I'm not gonna complain too much. Actually, I am. It's a wasted room. We could get something way better potentially. No matter. Between double strike and sea strike or sea storm, now our damage is pretty much all we could want it to be. It is genuinely funny how fast this run is going, all things considered. It's not the perfect run, but they spoon-fed us a lot of things to make this happen. Like, I can't I overall got very lucky. Like, Sea Storm in Tartarus was probably the single best thing we could have gotten, and it just goes from there. It's funny that apparently this generates a whole lot of
My weapons
God Gauge charge too. Well, it literally doesn't matter. We've never gotten Rending Claws. It is specific to Gilgamesh, so I don't think it checks anything off on the prophecy since...
Perfect fit. Yeah, might as well.
Those tropes are not for you.
Since I think we've already completed the prophecy, or it doesn't seem like the hidden aspects are part of the prophecy lists for, like, what is counted for hammer collection. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that is the case, but we took it because we've never had it before. At least we can say we had it now. These Revenants are just kind of floating right outside my range. Unfortunate.
Worthless.
Took a lot of unnecessary damage there. As far as this room goes, we're going to go for the trial. I know I'm probably going to lose a Death Defiance here just because of all the damage I'm potentially going to take, but one more Poseidon boon could help us a whole lot.
No choice at all, correct?
Breaking Wave, slamming foes. Okay, here are my two options. Either 100 damage for any foe slammed into a wall, or just 200% more damage done to those who are slammed into walls. Let's see, I assume these are precursors to his second wave boon. Yeah, so we need either Typhoon's Fury or Breaking Wave, but it doesn't matter which. And then if we get another Poseidon, we might get his legendary. So Typhoon's Fury or Breaking Wave, I don't actually know which one of these is better, so I'm gonna take Breaking Wave or Typhoon's Fury. It doesn't really matter, I guess.
Do you believe I give my blessings liberally, Zagreus? Well, then I've news for you.
Does your blessing count as snow on the surface? Does the snow on the surface count as your blessing as well? Because if so, yes, you quite liberally give that blessing. A grieving mother for her missing daughter, I know. Alright. At least we can push these guys out of their little safe zone from Demeter's AoE. It is a pretty big AoE though. Glad to see that it doesn't really matter if they have shields. This kind of counters shielders pretty badly because the strikes come from above. Alright, Demeter, what are you offering?
I am the eldest of Olympus, Zagreus, and I expect for you to treat me suitably.
No. I refuse. Not really using any of this. We'll just take Nourish Soul because it'll heal us for 83 HP and make us heal more overall. Gives us a fair bit of survivability. Then here, nothing of particular excitement from the well, sadly. Alright. Now we just get we're getting forced to coin room, which isn't amazing, but maybe we can afford something fun in Styx. If I'm given the opportunity to choose between like a Poseidon that might give us his legendary and this Titan Blood, I probably will actually choose the Poseidon in this case. Like, there are going to be plenty of opportunities to get Titan Blood. Not to mention I'm getting two for just I'll get one just for beating Hades. So yeah, I could min-max my Titan Blood gains if I really wanted to, but I don't need to. This is a fun build and I want to like lean into it as hard as I can. It's going to be so hard to ever have a build pop off this strong where we're going dash only. But who knows, maybe one day I'll try this again at 32 heat. I have a lot of like These are the things I'd like to try, sort of builds, and I'm coming up with them as I play more and more. Patroclus. Do I want Patroclus or do I go for the Palm? This is an instance of, well, the Palm would give us a little bit more damage, but Patroclus' story is so interesting to me, I'd rather go that. Yes, the Palm would be maybe a little bit more fun.
You were always such a stubborn fool.
But I'd rather maybe get another notch in the progression of this.
I've meant to ask you something, stranger. Would you mind doing me a favor, please? If it happens to come up along your path. Suppose I ought to tell it to you first, prior to asking a response.
No, of course, sir. What is it? What's on your mind?
If I know my Achilles, then he's being rather guarded when it comes to this predicament we're in. How can somebody be so brash, yet hate to take unnecessary risks? Just let him know I said to risk it all.
Risk it all? Risk what all? He wants what's best for you. He wouldn't want anything to happen.
It's already long since happened. I dare say that right now, provided what you said is true, then it appears we've more to gain than lose. Isn't fear for the weak?
This is our impetus to potentially get Achilles here. Alright, so I don't need Death Defiances. I don't think I need healing. A little healing. I guess we'll take the healing because it's not like I'm going to be using the Cyclops Jerky.
Thank you, sir.
Alright. And then HP or Shop. We go Shop just so once again we have the option of potentially being offered another Zeus or Poseidon. It's a random boon. It's not guaranteed. But I don't think I'm going to wait for my gold on sticks. Let's see. Good tidings indeed, Gunkel. I have one reroll. I think we have a potential chance of getting his legendary. I'm going for a Kiwi. Wish me luck.
I would like none of these.
Darn, nothing. Alright then, Hydraulic Might doesn't actually do anything for us, so I guess I'll take Sunken Treasure so we at least get a bit of the darkness. Oh, that's a lot of things. Oh, a Nectar too, excellent. Didn't see what got leveled up by the Nectar, but alright. Oh well. Sadly, no legendary. We'll see what Styx has to offer. Maybe we still have a chance.
There, King. He has the weapons I told you about. The Fists of Gilgamesh. Follow my lead this time.
Theseus following anyone's lead other than his own. I feel like he's gonna push back on this. Oh, no, he isn't. Okay. I'm a little disappointed. Oh, I guess it fits. These guys are very respectful of each other's talents. I'm just gonna focus on trying to DPS Theseus because Asterius will just come into range for me to do it to hit him as well. See, like, even though I was kind of focusing down Theseus, Asterius honestly took more damage first. Probably because he's been weakened by the fight we had earlier in the run. That, and I guess Theseus' shield is blocking a fair bit of damage against me. Oh, Artemis is a little bit sour at us for not taking her boon earlier, I guess. That's fine, though. You know what? They're so stuck together. Here, have a Sisyphus. Ooh, that did. I got both of them with that. Nice. Look at me remembering to use my Chthonic Keepsake for a change. I never remembered to. It's gonna be really painful when I switch to using Meg, who's objectively one of the strongest options. Alright, I think I grabbed everything over here. I'm just gonna mash my button in the area just to make sure I didn't miss any of the pickups. But okay, perfect, and we're at full HP.
Dedicate this victory to you, good Shade.
On to the next floor.
Should be another such performance soon.
I feel pretty good going into Hades here. I think we should just stick with the Palm Blossom and keep trying to stack what levels we can on the things that give us damage. Alright, perfect. We can sell Ares Aid and not have to think about it anymore. Or I could sell Floodshot for the more money it offers. Honestly, why don't I sell... I think I sell all of these, maybe. Definitely sell that, definitely sell this.
There goes that one.
But if I sell this as well, then I have a whole lot of gold that I could potentially buy fun things with. And I don't think Ravenous Will is affecting our dash damage. It maybe it's affecting some of the other things, but I don't think it is. It's really not terribly well defined. So I'm going to sell it. Okay. And... okay, perfect. Let's take the Yarn of Ariadne and get increased rarity on whatever our next boon is. If we get a Zeus or a Poseidon, there's a reasonable chance we'll get something pretty tasty. And if not, oh well. We tried. But we're almost at enough coin to afford a Titan Blood, and I think if we get
Cerberus up there.
we have like a 3-chamber Styx, we'll probably be able to afford it, especially if I go for the gold chamber. Well, let's see what we're offered in the shop. There's a 810 gold Poseidon boon. Okay. Might have to consider that. There's one more Zeus. Okay. I didn't see if we're being offered Titan Blood. Yeah, we are. Okay. I think first and foremost, let's go for the Zeus boon, see if we get his legendary. We have no reroll, so it's going to be very hit or miss. But we'll try for it, and we'll see what happens.
Not yet.
Ooh, we got a level on Double Strike. Excellent. I wonder what our chances of striking twice now are, actually. They're being very generous with these gold pots.
No use.
We got 71 gold from that room alone, which is quite nice. I guess realistically speaking, we don't really want Poseidon's legendary at this point because it's not. I don't think it'll affect Hades. It would probably be better just to get the boon that makes us deal more damage from or like any ability that knocks an enemy's back deals more damage to bosses, since bosses can't really be knocked back. So with that in mind, maybe it's not even worth going for Poseidon at this point because there's nothing really to gain other than that, and the Titan Blood offers me more interesting things down the road. Well, no matter what, we've got one chance at Zeus giving us something really funny. And even if he doesn't give us the funny thing, I had a fun run. I got pretty much everything I could have asked for very early on. Between Jolted and Sea Storm, there wasn't much more I needed to get.
In the name of Hades.
Unfortunately, we do not get his legendary. Ho hum. We'll take Heaven's Vengeance just for the little bit of extra damage it gives when I do inevitably get hit by Hades.
I'm back.
Alright. I really don't think there's anything I want to gain from Ares. But I'm gonna go for the gold chamber, honestly. We'll take the gold and we'll use it to buy the Titan Blood. I think that's my final decision. So I don't think we were offered another Hermes. I think it was just a bunch of palms and the anvil, which is completely useless to us because the hammers are completely useless to us. I'm pretty sure there is nothing that enhances our dashes in the hammers, in any weapon for that matter. It would be cool if there was, but
No way.
I feel like if there were a weapon that would cause that, it would be Gilgamesh, since it is the only one that actually affects your dash as far as I can think of. So, no, this wasn't the perfect run. It didn't have the extra dashes from Hermes. It didn't have the legendaries of Zeus and Poseidon. Persephonidon? I don't know. But realistically speaking, it had everything it really needed to, and it was a lot of fun. Ooh, okay, tiny vermin. Calm down there, bud. I may honestly drop Sisyphus on this kid when he dashes next. Need to be careful because if he digs away, it'll miss. He is hitting pretty hard. I think I will drop Sisyphus. Just go ahead and teleport. Do your you're summoning friends, gross. Maybe I could have hit him with that. Okay, we're dropping him.
Oopsie.
Cool. I think we hit the vermin. Perfect. We took a lot of damage against him, but I think we're just about done. There we go. Tiny vermin is scary.
You don't scare me, tiny vermin.
Okay, never mind. Tiny vermin is not scary. Zagreus said so himself. Any extra pots worth breaking? No. No, I'm just breaking them for support at this point. Alright, so we can afford the Titan Blood. I'll hold on a little bit longer before I buy it. Let's go take this HP. I want to be at least a little bit tankier. Because again, I don't think there's anything that Ares can particularly offer us that I'm excited by. A shame too, we bought that Yarn of Ariadne and we're not even going to get to benefit from it. Guess we'll buy the Hydrolite here. Yeah, we'll buy the Hydrolite so it heals us a little bit on our way through these rooms. 25 HP a room. Maybe that's a little bit overkill actually, because I think the Satyr pool will heal us plenty. So maybe that was unnecessary. But again, it's not like we're going to really be able to afford much anything else after we buy the Titan Blood, so what does it matter? I think it's pretty much guaranteed at this point that we're not going to get sub 20, but still, in terms of difficulty of run, this has been easier than some of my sword runs, to be honest. I can't play the sword nearly as well. Oh, these guys are safe spotting. That's so lame. I'm going to have to kite them out this way. Wait for them to come to me since I can't get to them. I'll have to be careful not to accidentally knock them into that corner again, so I'll start in this position. Alright, they're spawning in spaces where I don't have to even worry about that much. Get the satyr killed as soon as possible because I really hate dealing with their poison. Like, their poison feels like it doesn't do any damage, and then suddenly it does like half your health. I think maybe its damage ramps up over time. I'm not actually sure about that. I'd be really curious to know. Like, there are a lot of number questions I have in this game, it seems.
That's a relief.
The level of Heaven's Vengeance from the Palm Blossom isn't that great for us, but it's okay.
Got to find something for Cerberus.
Now, do I go a Palm and try to get a level on one of my other abilities, or do I take Ares and the nothing that he will offer us? I think the obvious answer is here. Plus, if we get the unlucky 5-room sticks, that means I don't have to fight whatever mini-boss he's carrying. So, Palm Blossom is, or the Palm here is optimal, I would say, for my options to choose from.
Not now.
Got clipped by that trap, I think. I had assumed it would break when it hit the rat, but apparently it doesn't. It just goes flying through them, apparently.
Do that.
Alright, Kiwi, do we have the 2% chance of the 5-chamber sticks? Let us find out. Another level of Heaven's Vengeance. We are getting very unlucky there.
No satyrs. Gods grant me strength.
Alright. Let's take the 7% more chance to double strike because it's a lot of damage. It really is. So we have a 52% chance of striking twice with our lightning bolt effects from Seastorm. And I guess also lightning reflexes, if we time our dodge well, sort of tier 2 dash boon that Zeus gave us. Alright, what kind of fish are we getting today?
Fish.
A little slow on that.
It's a scuffer, all right.
That is indeed a scuffer. Alright, 1 Titan Blood, and then or HP here. I think I'll just take the HP for the little bit of extra survivability. Should be pretty well stocked now.
Vigilant Cerberus decides to look the other way this once.
Alright. Let's go dash at Dad.
I owe you one, boy. Been waiting long?
Just a
I
little.
trust you have retained enough of your strength through this ordeal to make this worth our while.
Pretty sure I'm full HP with 3 Death Defiances and only a single boon I need to wipe you out with. I just have a bunch of extra polish on that boon to make it hurt even more. Your taunts are meaningless, Hades. I am ready for this. Alright. Oh, wow, that dash did 420 damage. Let's see what our actual numbers look like here. Yeah, our dashes hurt. Okay. This feels pretty good. Like, and because we're not doing Extreme Measures core, I know his patterns well enough that I can pretty much avoid everything if I just time things appropriately, which isn't always a guarantee. I am rather prone to making mistakes. Also got kind of clustered by all the enemies there. But like, we don't have Extreme Measures on, we don't have Forced Overtime on, so he's actually pretty easy to deal with. Observe. Never mind. I'm getting cocky and getting punished for it. Okay, I'm getting really punished for it. Never mind.
Handle this yourself.
I thought I was cool. I'm not even remotely cool. Oh well. We're gonna get rid of this projectile spamming witch and this revenant. But look at just Double Strike doing its job. It is shredding. Yeah. Alright, I need to be a little bit more careful about this. This is fine though. Like I said, I don't think there's a... Wow, okay, didn't expect him to be the one to knock out our Death Defiance. Oh well. Really what it boils down to is I need to be less aggressive with the dash. If I actually thought about my timing, I'm just mashing. And that's fine. Yeah, there's an example of if I held one dash, I probably could have evaded that. Well, if he's gonna spawn pots, we're gonna go ahead and just spam dash on him. Got clipped by the pot, unfortunately. I have to start sweating a little bit here. Unless he does that and lets me get all this free damage for nothing. Thanks, Dad. It's kind of caught in a corner now. I don't have any more Sisyphuses left.
That's going to work.
What is the matter, boy?
I feel like Hades' AI bugs a little bit when you have him caught in a corner. He's looking to laser, I think. Alright, I'm just gonna stand here because if I dash in and out of that, I'm probably gonna get hit. He got me in like the barest minimum little bit of time left without dashing available. But we've got him now. Like, goodbye, Hades. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. And there we go. Dash only build. The first room not counting, or the first 2 rooms not counting.
I feel that you surpassed even his skill by now.
Yeah, I think Achilles needed his spear at the very least to beat you, if anything. But yeah, dash only run. That went really well.
In the name of Hades.
We got extremely lucky, not gonna lie. But okay, we do not need Aspect of Gilgamesh getting any honors here. Well, okay, technically we get 2 extra dashes, so, but Rending Claws, no, that had no relevance whatsoever. Tidal Dash, Sea Storm, Double Strike, and Jolted, I think are the things that I would say. Yeah. I think. Oh, Lightning Reflexes, why not? Why not Lightning Reflexes? Double Strike, Sea Storm, Tidal Dash, and Lightning Reflexes. Perfect. All right, Kiwi. 27 win streak, total clears 59 out of, I think we're at run 72 or 73 now. That's a pretty solid win rate, I'd have to say. I'm happy with that. I really am. And again, one of our faster runs, all things considered. It was a 23-minute run, so not the fastest, but especially from where we started out, not a slow run, despite it being a dash-only run.
Can grow even stronger now.
All right, look at us.
The favor doing Zagreus then walks into a chamber black as night, but with a blood-red pool, and from it comes a voice which says, "Would you mind diving in these waters, Prince?" To which the prince replies, "Oh, sure."
I find it amusing if like Zagreus was wandering the mortal realm and just got duped and tricked non-stop by the creatures and living and people there. Where are my flowers? There were supposed to be flowers coming out of the... Maybe it's just these little petals over here? I guess... I don't remember if those petals were there or not before. They must be... I guess that's what we bought with in the previous episode. Hypnos is not in his bed. Okay. We have new dialogue with Cerberus? What?
Hey boy, I hope all the construction and renovation around here hasn't been too inconvenient for you lately. But hey, the lounge is just about ready for you to utterly destroy again.
I think Dusa would have her heart broken if she heard you say that out loud, Zagreus.
Prince Zagreus implants in the impressionable, vicious watchdog of the underworld a new appetite for more destruction, to be sated in another age.
Yeah, that's...
Let's enjoy it while it lasts.
Probably happens in the sequel, if I had to guess.
Moaning and groaning.
He's who... Hey, who's the one with the whip? She's something else. Cause of death, murder.
I have a message for you from the fallen warrior over in Elysium, Achilles, sir. He simply said to let you know to risk it all.
To risk it all? He said to risk it all?
Yes. Is there something significant about that phrase?
When last he said to risk it all to me, I didn't listen to him then, but should have. I should have.
He's asking you to take another chance.
No. He's giving me another chance, I think. Leave me, lad, for now. Thank you for telling me.
I think we're really close to being at the end of their story. I'm very excited to see it.
Hey, Dusa, something I was wondering, and it's just curiosity, mind you, but is there somebody else? I mean, somebody special whom you're close with or would like to be? Romantically, I mean, if it's all right to ask.
This feels weird. I'm wondering if Zagreus still has some lingering feelings, if this is the kind of question he's going to ask her.
Oh, you can ask me anything. But, somebody else romantically. Not really, no. It's not really my thing. It doesn't mean I don't have feelings for you, though. You know that, right? I wouldn't drop what I'm doing and throw myself at danger for just anyone, you know?
I definitely know. There's 7 kinds of love or so, isn't that right? It isn't something that's taught extensively down here, though, so there's still a lot for me to learn, I guess.
It's a platonic kind of love. I guess Deuce is representing the ace population out there, and I respect that.
Wow, I never thought of it as love until you said it there just now, Prince. But you're right. I love you, Zagreus. That feels good to come right out and say, you know? Okay, well, bye.
You keep being the asexual icon that you are, Dusa. I respect it.
I love you too, Dusa.
Aw. Good friends. Good friends till the end.
Your recent efforts have proved useful to this place.
Thank you for...
I pray the fates fulfill your dreams as they did mine.
One day.
Thought I'd find Meg here.
Still got some achievements to unlock.
Excellent work, Cerberus.
Yes, you tear up that lounge one day, Serby boy. We're not getting any luckier. We haven't seen any huge darkness bumps, but oh well. Maybe one day we'll get some.
Please take these, will you, Chef?
And we get gems and just
Always a
gems.
pleasure.
Would love to get some... I don't actually know what I want at this point. Nectars we're kind of well stocked on. Titan Blood is about the only thing I really care about right now.
You have fulfilled already many prophecies envisioned by my daughter's child. Although perhaps inevitable, I find it impressive nonetheless.
Thank you, Nyx. Though they're just minor prophecies, right? The kind that won't necessarily come to pass unless spelled out and coupled with a decent reward to make it worth my while. Not even the Fates are above greasing the wheels of progress, then.
Zagreus is vaguely breaking the fourth wall here, I guess.
The Fates have perfect knowledge of exactly what is necessary for the future they have woven to someday come to pass. We each are instrumental to their ultimate design. Some more than others, it would seem, of course.
Some more than others, yes.
Alright. Looks like Mom's out along with Hypnos. But I think that's about it for today's episode. Alright, Kiwi, let's go say goodnight to Skelly, and then we'll go say goodnight to today. Looks like the game wants us to run the shield next.
With this.
So... why don't we toss another level on the aspect of Zeus and play that a little bit more? Actually, why don't we max it out? I'll max it out off screen so that you don't have to wait for me to buy all that Titan Blood with Ambrosia. Kiwi?
Trying to bore me to death with all this chit-chat, pal?
Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more fun Hades. Who knows what we're gonna run with this build? Probably more Zeus. But maybe I'll be creative and do something different for a change.
I live again, boyo.
But until then, I'll see you in the next one. I love you, Kiwi.